Oh, sorry, dude. My throat's a little dry. Hang on.
Yeah, mine too, dude. I feel you.
Let's. What do you say we roll the Dalaran music? There we go. Oh yeah, let that bass drop right there.
That bass drop.
What's going on, buddy? How you doing?
Hey, I do pretty good. I don't know, like I got lonely. It was like 3 minutes.
I know. I'm sorry. We got to get a little bit better at dealing with that. We do. The separation anxiety is getting a little bad. It's getting a little bad.
Yeah. We'll get through it though.
We will. How was? I missed out on most of the sales tonight. Garrison helped a couple of my alts out, so shout out to Gary in the chat. But how was the sales run tonight, pal? I saw you were streaming.
It was good. Yeah, I streamed it. It did pretty good. I think I had like 30 viewers in there. It was all right.
Awesome. Did you give out some kills?
Oh, plenty of them.
Yeah.
Jeff helped out. He was doing it, like letting me do double carries. It was lit.
I miss that man a lot. I miss that man.
Yeah, he's back, man.
I know.
Hopefully he'll stay around.
I know. I hope he does. I hope he does. So, before we get started, I want to share a little bit of a traumatizing event for both me and my girlfriend tonight. Okay? So, and I look at this sexy beast. Someone in the chat says, Ishkishton said that. I know. I'm wearing a. I'm not dressed to the tees tonight. Okay? Let's relax. Anyway, it was a little bit traumatic tonight, Chili. Ashlyn and I went and saw Jurassic World tonight, okay? I like the Jurassic...
scared you?
Yeah, well, no. So, I'm pretty tall, as you know, in real life, and I really relate with the long-necked dinosaurs on a big level, and the fact that they're coming to WoW is huge. So the long boys are huge for me. So when I saw them in World of or in Jurassic World, sorry, I was like hitting Ashlyn, like, that's the long boy, Ashlyn, that's the long boy right there. I'm getting that. I'm getting that. I'm gonna get a long boy, Ashlyn. Okay. Anyway, they fucking killed a lot of them. There's this spoiler alert, by the way. They're coming off the island. Okay. They're coming off this island, and there's just a long boy at the end of the dock, and he's doing like his like, and he's just blowing up from the volcano, and Ashlyn was in tears, and I was sitting there, and I didn't cry because I'm fucking tough, but dude, it was like, it's not spoiler-y because it doesn't ruin the plot or anything, but long boys die. Okay.
Yeah. That's unfortunate.
Be prepared for long boys to die. Anyway, that's my rant and delaying the intro a little bit more. Sorry, dude, but
I'm sorry you had to witness that. Honestly.
I know, it made me so sad. Made me want to go on the beta and just pet a long boy. But,
you can pet mine. I have one.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. The first spoilers are done. Spoilers are done. Soma, I'm sorry. But yes, I am very tall boy. So, I guess some housekeeping quick, guys. After the last couple streams, we've heard your feedback. We're going to keep the notifications down low tonight because you guys were awesome with the bits and the follows and the subs and all that stuff. That was great, but it was really loud, I guess. So we've turned all that stuff down. You'll see it pop up, but it's a little bit lower. Just a heads up. Just a heads up. So, it's a good problem to have. Okay, Chili. I guess we can actually kind of get started. It looks like chat's pretty full, and we can get this thing going. So for those who are new, I think probably most of you guys are returning, but for those who don't know, Chili and I kind of had this brainchild of an idea late one night, some night during the week, probably 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, to kind of start this.
Best time for ideas, by
yes, that's that in the shower. We had this idea to kind of start this community. We call it a podcast. It's not really a podcast. It's more like a talk show, but the A52 After Dark podcast. If you guys want to be involved with the podcast, obviously chat in the chat or join us in game. You can just request invite Krungey or Chillybeef. So come hang out. But anyway, the whole point of this podcast is to kind of create a community that you can't really get through another medium, I guess. So obviously you can chat in the game or you can chat in Discord channels, but usually that stuff's pretty personal. We just kind of wanted to make almost like an open forum, almost like an open kind of, I guess, town hall of Area 52, its news. We'll chat about other things around the Blizzard universe, or I guess mostly the Warcraft universe for now, but the whole point of this is to put names to faces and kind of chat, interact with, you know, other people in bigger guilds or smaller guilds or, you know, content pushing guilds around Area 52. So that's kind of the idea we had, and we hope you guys enjoy it and participate.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you know anything about us, myself in particular, I'm an Area 52 native forever. Like, I've been here for 8 years. I transferred off briefly, but we're back. 5 million gold later. My whole guild's with me.
We don't talk about that. We don't talk about
that. That never happened. Don't worry about it. But yeah, so I really like the community here. I know a lot of people in different sub communities, and for me, it's about, you know, just having friends, hanging out, having a good time. You know, so that's what we aim to do with this podcast. So if you're new, enjoy it. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, for sure, and thanks for that heads up there, Deaths in chat. Okay, man. So, I guess a little bit further background on Chili and I. We met through Twitch. Chili actually joined my Twitch chat, just like you guys have. What was it? What month was that, Chili? November? December, maybe?
No, it was probably January or February.
January?
You guys were progging ENR.
That's right. So we were progging the really hard boss in Antorus. The hardest boss. And Chili, I met Chili, and through Chili I met a whole bunch of people, and we've quite the Discord community. We have quite the community that we all play WoW with and do, whether it be Argus sales or pushing 15 keys, etc. Whatever. Yeah, dude, 15s are hard.
That's what it's like for us. I mean, that's the funny thing.
Yeah, it's hard, man. Anyway, that's kind of the whole idea here. So thanks for joining. We'll get into the actual meat and potatoes, as they say, of the podcast fairly quickly here. Kind of the pillars that we chat about on each podcast, guys, are Blizzard news, the stuff that you see around Wowhead. We'll chat about it a bit. Anything kind of big on beta, or what the big World of Warcraft news, I guess, is for all players. And then the one thing that's unique that you can't really get anywhere else is the news on Area 52. So Chili and I are pretty ingrained in the Area 52 community, and that's, again, the whole point of this podcast, right? So we'll chat about some stuff on Area 52, and I think we can move right into that. Chili, what do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. Were you gonna start?
Yeah, I can start. Let's get caught up here quick, and we'll go from there. Okay, so news on Area 52. It's probably pretty standard across most servers right now, this stuff, but the ramp up for BFA, everyone's kind of determining what class they want to play, what they want to get done in Legion before BFA hits. Ahead of the curve sales are huge right now. I'm sure you guys have all seen that stuff spammed in trade chat, or you guys are taking part in those sales groups. And then the last chances at getting that cutting edge or beating the game, for now at least, from a mythic rating perspective, to get Titan Slayer for some guilds.
Yeah, so the Titan Slayer thing, that's as Kyle alluded to, that's kind of beating the game for raids, for, you know, if you're doing PvE. And we have this little segment where we like to congratulate the groups who have gotten cutting edge in the past week since the previous podcast. Last week we saw a lot of guilds kill it because of the Concordance buff, and perhaps a little, you know, fewer guilds this week. But we got 3 guilds. We got Dinosaur Cowboys, The Rise, and Reckless Ambition. So if any of the guys, you know, from those guilds or who know people in those guilds are watching, congratulations to those people for getting their cutting edge before it goes away.
Man,
and,
some people are so, like, Dinosaur Cowboys. Like, I would have never, ever thought of that. I don't know how you guys could. Anyway, there's some good ones last week too. What was it? What was it? Sorry, A. I like that one because it's Canadian, but
Canadian. Oh, yeah. Like Wet Boys, yeah.
Wet, but yeah. Who comes up with what the fuck is Wet Boys? Toast? What is Toast?
Yeah.
Who names a guild Toast? Okay.
Not bread.
It's gonna be a hard-pressed interview later today with our surprised guest. Why
questions?
Why Toast? That chat remind me. That's got to be our first question. Yeah, hang on. Okay. Are we lagging in the chat? Is everything good? Everything good, guys? Quick lag check. Someone said we were lagging. Press
Looks
F.
good to me.
Yeah, we're good? Okay. Band, it's probably just you, man. Okay.
Oh shit, the lust.
Okay, so that's news for cutting edge kills on Area 52 right now. Dinosaur Cowboys, The Rise, Reckless Revision, Grats, guys. That's awesome. Wear that Titan Slayer title with pride. I guess another thing that I've noticed, Chili, I'm not sure if you've kind of paid attention, but I'm seeing a lot of, whether it be recruiters, I guess, guild recruiters, or other players just kind of posting, whether it be on WoWprog or Trade Chat or anything like that, their experience and wanting to find a home for BFA and a raid team. So end of expansion's usually pretty, I guess that's a usual thing I would suspect. People are trying to find homes and plan for that. So if you are guildless, if you're looking for a place to raid or a place to play next expansion, now's the time to do it. A lot of raid leaders, officer groups are looking to plan and work on their composition for at least a raid environment now. So for BFA. So yeah. Chili.
And yeah, well, a word of caution about that too. Maybe not a word of caution, but just a comment on that is if you're someone who doesn't have a home right now in Area 52 and you're looking for a place, you know, to raid next tier or next expansion, I guess, for the first tier of next expansion, just if they're not the right fit for you at first, if they're not exactly what you want, I actually recommend, as long as you're having a good time, I recommend staying with them and like allowing them to grow on you and vice versa, because you'll meet some good people who, at first the guild might not seem like it's for you, and it'll become your favorite place of all time. So, you know, and I feel, honestly, like the same goes for like choosing your spec, right? So as we approach the next expansion, you know, you're gonna have to raid new content that no one's ever seen. You don't have much information. The classes have been changed. You know, look for something that you have fun playing. Pick that and stick with it. You'll have a better time doing that than hopping around trying to find, you know, the best flavor of the month role. So that's all I have to say about that. But yeah, in particular with finding a guild, try to find a place that you enjoy playing in. Doesn't matter their progression, unless you really, you know, you have to get cutting edge. I understand that. If you're the type who feels like you need to get cutting edge, that's different. But just find a place you enjoy with. That's #1 priority.
Man,
enjoy playing.
We've talked about this before, Chili, on the podcast, but the reason why this game is fun, for me at least, and I know it's much the same for you, is playing with your friends. And you know, whether that be in a hardcore environment, whether that be in a not-so-hardcore environment, play the game for fun, man. Like, it sounds so cliche, but that's what's going to keep you in the longest. That's what's going to, you know, avoid the burnout, especially in days like now or towards the end of the expansion. So, yeah, play the game for fun.
Yep.
For
play
sure.
It for no one but yourself.
For sure. Chili, we've had people in both in both of our guilds or friends groups or whatever go to play in different guilds and be totally burnt out by crazy raid schedules because they're not necessarily raiding with friends. They're just, you know, raiding to raid with those folks. And I guess this special guest this evening for our podcast will kind of touch on this, but play with your friends, man. That's what the most you'll be the most successful in my opinion, for sure.
100%.
Before we move on, buddy, let's get caught up. Busty, thanks for the sub, dude. That means a lot.
He's got the blue boy in chat.
I'm gonna rap god this. Deaths, Ayla, Monotugula, Stoder, Lucrin, DK Suggles, and Chen X. Thanks for the follows, guys. Thanks for.
What are you saying?
I'm reading the follow. What are you talking about?
Okay, well, I got you now. I see what you're doing, but it took me a second.
Oh, rap god. Yeah, Young Hoser says, if you guys need a home on Area 52, the guild Rat is Daddy will take you. So, Young Hoser is around Area 52. Whisper him, Rat is Daddy, they're taking homies. Okay, we've got Bathrobe King. I think that's your raid leader, isn't it?
No. Yes. Yeah, technically.
Okay. Whatever. He says, yeah, Chili, play something other than Balanced Druid.
I won't listen to you, DBM.
That won't happen. Chili won't ever play. How's he gonna be Chillybeef if he's not a?
If I'm not the same Boomkin I was in 2007.
I know. What do you like? How's that gonna happen? Anyway, guys, we're in the dollar and in. Request to. There's so many people in here. Request to join me or Chili for the raid group, guys. Okay. Let's see. All right. Let's move into Blizzard news. We should get like. We should get like a soundboard or something that like.
Yeah.
So when we
do like a
segment
transition effect, and it like pops up on screen. It's got lens flares and everything.
Yeah, like Arthas comes out and summons a bunch of ghouls or something, and it's just like WoW, just like the WoW-head logos with like ghouls' faces with the WoW-head logos.
Yeah.
And the noise they make. What's that noise? Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. That'll be next week, guys. Stay tuned. Okay.
Budget's getting bigger.
Yeah, budget's getting bigger, guys. Hit that donate. I'm just joking. Okay. Blizzard news. X amount of days to BFA. How many days?
Hang on. Let me hit my sales macro. I don't know. It's like 37.
37 days till BFA. So people right now are hitting that Mage Tower. I'm hitting the Mage Tower on alts that I haven't played like ever. Rogue. By the way, if any rogues are in chat, hit me up. I don't know how to play. I don't know how to play the rogue. So Mage Towers are up. People are trying to get that AOTC like we touched upon, and I guess just get their ducks in a row for BFA, man. I think that's essentially the big thing. Anything to add to that, Chili? Anything else?
For the Mage Tower, nah, not really. I mean,
you play one class.
I play one class. I was convinced to get my bear weapon finally after the entire expansion. Never had the bear weapon. Got it. Did the Mage Tower. Got my artifact appearance.
You're such a normie.
No. I know, dude.
Well,
no, dude. Normies play like 15 classes.
Nah, dude. You're such a normie, dude. I'm just joking, but you are a normie. Okay, I'm gonna pop open this capture here so you guys can take a look at what we're seeing from a WoW-head standpoint. This might become a staple here. We might do this regularly. I'm not sure yet. We'll kind of do the rundown of WoW-head or what's new, but here it is. First thing that we wanted to touch on for I guess there's the Mage Tower guides if you guys want them on WoW-head. Number one thing we want to touch on. New Kultiran face customization options now in the dressing room. Chili, I love stuff like this. I love this
stuff. I know you do. You're all about the aesthetics.
I play this game for dress up, essentially. That's essentially why I play this game. I like
you look quite handsome.
Yeah, I play Blood Elf. I like to look cool. That's what was sold to me on this game when I was, 13 or 14 when I started. And this is what is interesting to me. So me seeing these new Kultiran face customization options, that's huge. I hope they do that with the older races. So Chili doesn't look like the same old chicken. They've done this actually with the Blood Elves. They've put the gold eyes in on BFA, which I'm pumped for. I'm definitely gonna be a gold eye Blood Elf boy. But yeah, I'm pumped for this. I think they should do this through all the races.
See, I'm more of the guy who just accepts that I look like a fat chicken all the time because I'm never gonna change that. I've been like that for fucking a decade. But I'm a fat chicken all the time, so instead of looking good in game, I like to look good on the meters. So that's just my take on it.
That's
whether or not I pull that off is up to other factors.
99's in the chat, guys.
Yeah, get your 99s out.
As a boomkin though, who asks for transmog gear as a boomkin?
Boosted ape.
That's so dumb to me. If you think, I don't know, if you're playing a boomkin, don't ask for transmog. Okay.
Yeah, a lot of boomkins play the whole the astral form thing where it kind of matters, but well, I'm a chicken, so
yeah.
Don't need that shit.
For sure. All right, moving on here. Mythic Argus solo healed. We'll touch on that in a sec, but there's been some I think this stuff happened in Hellfire Citadel, dude. Like crazy stuff like this.
Yeah, there's when we get through the news here, I'll go over one thing I remember from HFC at the end of it.
Okay. So Heroic Argus was defeated by 5 players. That's pretty cool, but I mean, with the concordance buffs and stuff like that, you obviously need to be a top-tier player, but I'm not surprised at that. Normal Argus defeated by 3 players. That's crazy. And then there is now a new feat here that Mythic Argus was solo healed.
By a priest.
Was this guy NA or EU?
Don't know. I think they were NA.
NA or EU Omega Lol. I'm not sure.
Both of them are Omega Lols.
So Shampy of the guild intern made this boss, solo healed this. So if you guys want to check this out, go check out this video. I'm not a healer and I've never healed, so I won't look at this if I'm being honest with you. But Blazriel, if you're in the chat, maybe take a look. Maybe that'll help a little bit. I'm joking. I'm Chilly. Relax, okay? I'm joking.
Sorry.
For those who don't know, Blazriel is our recruiting officer. He's a priest healer. He's very good at what he does, but we like to razz him. So, Blaz, check that out. Okay, what were you gonna say? What from HFC?
Oh, yeah, so in HFC, the thing that's comparable that I remember is at the very end. I think it was in pre-patch, so it's not quite like apples to apples, but on Iron Reaver, which was kind of like the tank and spank-ish kind of boss of the time.
Mm-hmm.
They brought in, I think it was a prop paladin, a boomkin, and 18 arcane mages or something like that. And they killed Mythic Iron Reaver in 17 seconds. And the way the legendary worked is you would pop your legendary, you do 30% additional damage.
I remember that.
Up with Lust, and then after it ends, it blows up for 30% of the damage you did. So imagine these guys are going nuts with Lust. Arcane was a huge burst class. They went crazy for it, and then their ring popped, and the boss dropped from like 30% to 0. It just chunked them down to nothing. Killed it in 17 seconds. Mages at level 100 in item level 740 gear were doing 1.2 million DPS, which is higher than Shadow Priests were doing on Xavius on Mythic, and they were known for being extremely cheesy at the time.
Dude, that's higher than a Frost Mage Guild Chevron does now. That's ridiculous. That's crazy, man.
Maybe he should go Arcane.
Yeah, Chevron, go Arcane, by the way. Go Arcane. Someone clip that and send it to Jesse. So yeah, that's pretty crazy. I wonder what else we're gonna see in the. I guess only we have what? How many days do we have to pre-patch now?
Pre-patch is probably the 17th. That's when most people are guessing.
Okay,
like 10 days.
So I wonder how much more time we have for crazy stuff like that to happen, or what will happen. Do you remember back in Cataclysm, Chili, when there was this blood decay going back? I mean, this is normal stuff now, but like blood decays were going back and soloing like the Lich King and stuff. Like the second they hit 85, level 85, that was pretty interesting in my opinion. So that was cool.
It was that time's equivalent, because I don't think the scaling didn't work exactly like it does now. You couldn't scale and outgear shit so much that you did that back then. But
yeah, you
could go back and do legacy content like that and have a similar wow factor to it.
Yeah, that's super cool. Death's actually just linked the Arcane Mage video. I've never seen this before, so I want to watch it. So it's 30 seconds long, so let's watch this, guys.
Yeah. The kill is actually 12 seconds. I was wrong.
Let's see this. Can you guys see this?
Let me see if I got my numbers right. It's been a while. Normal DPS at the time, by the way, was like 200k, I'm pretty sure.
Hang on, I'm gonna up the quality here.
I love that it's the 1.1.
Dude, this is ridiculous.
Look at those fucking arcane missiles. Wait till their ring pops.
Oh my god.
Boom. 1.5 million DPS, dude.
That's crazy. I can't. Man, that is so funny.
Imagine doing that to Argus today.
Dude, I remember back in Cataclysm again in Dragon Soul towards the end, they killed all of Dragon Soul with 25 Death Knights. And I think most of them were unholy because Death Coil would, if you hit an ally with Death Coil, it would heal.
Yeah.
That was cool. That was cool. Anyway, we digress. Moving on. Battle for Azeroth build 27004. Class changes, and this is a kind of a bigger one, probably a point of discussion here, buddy. XP required to level up increased.
Mm-hmm.
Thoughts?
People aren't happy about it, I don't think, but in reality, it wasn't a bad. It's not a huge deal. Like honestly, you could level to 120 on the beta, skipping almost an entire zone. You could barely get into the zone and be done. Yeah. So the fact that they increased it, whatever. I mean, it's just a temporary thing. Yeah, it takes more time to get to max, and that's annoying, especially if you have a lot of characters. But it's something that'll go by the wayside before you know it. It won't matter in the long run.
Yeah, I definitely agree. So if you guys are numbers guys or numbers people, I should say, here's the difference. to echo Chili's point, I was finishing zones way ahead on the beta anyway, so this is, I think they did this in Legion actually, when Legion was in beta. This isn't out of the ordinary, I don't think, at all. The Azerite, so the AP per level, so the Azerite power per level on your Heart of Azeroth is going up as well. So this is only past level 9, so I'm assuming this up to level 9 will be X part of the story, and then the rest will be more grindy, but that's the numbers change there as well. We got some class changes here. PvP talents. I mean, who cares? Well, I'm just joking. I care. I like PvP, but yeah. So that's a change that's upcoming, and that'll affect you all when you guys are leveling up on the 14th when it releases. Catch up with chat here real quick, Chili. They did that in Siege of Orgrimmar when they cleared heroic Siege of Orgrimmar with all warlocks. I didn't know that. I had no idea about that. Cool. That is pretty cool. That stuff's awesome. With dungeons, you could basically only do one zone. Okay, gotcha. Bathrobe. Okay. Moving on.
World first plus 30.
You said this would never happen. I remember you saying that this would not happen before pre-patch. Now we're putting you on the block here, Chili. Explain yourself.
Okay, so when I said this, it was right after they did the World First 29, and we were all talking about it. And I'm like, there's no way. Like, there's no way with how close that 29 was that someone's going to pull out a 30. I don't think anyone's going to do it before pre-patch. Maybe in pre-patch because the scaling changes. But for all intents and purposes, I thought there would never be a 30 done for the rest of the expansion.
Yeah.
And I was wrong. But I maintain that at the time, my estimation wasn't off at all. I think if not for the concordance buffs, this would not have happened. This never would have happened. I mean, even if you look at it, these are the best players in the world, farming it out, trying again and again and again and again. I think they went through like 35 of these keys, of this exact key,
just
wild, to try to get one.
That's craziness.
Yeah, they farmed for these keys just so they could try them all week. And when they finally got it, they had 0.8 seconds left on a 40-some minute timer in this key. So, concordance buffs, 100% the reason why this happened. And frankly, with how close we are to pre-patch, I don't think it could have possibly happened if not for those buffs. So I stand by what I said, a 30 never being done on time. Things changed. 30 was done on time. This is the cap. You've seen it all. And it's a good place to end, too.
I think
30
so, too.
in time is a good place to end for keys. And going forward, Blizzard will look at how keys went this expansion and, use that to tune everything for next expansion.
For sure. And I guess to give you guys some context, was it Shakib that we were watching, or someone we were chatting about at least? They did a plus 12 key on beta, and it took them 4 hours. So that, if that isn't any kind of indication, relatively speaking, the best Mythic Plus players in the world taking 4 hours on a plus 12, we're going to be able to bump the price on our plus 15 carries, buddy. Can't wait.
Quite a bit.
Can't wait. So a little more detail on this, guys, for the plus 30 dungeon. This was actually a competition, or there was a prize for this from Raider.io. So the world first Mythic Keystone plus 30 dungeon has been completed in time. Kimchi God X, Luxitha, am I saying that right? Eddie Locke and Phil Westside, along with Seb XD, have all completed the plus 30 lower Kerosene with under a second left on the timer, and claimed world first bounty from Raider.io, Wowhead, and Warcraft Logs. I didn't know that Wowhead and Warcraft Logs are in on that. That's really cool. That's super cool. Kimchi was on a Blood DK, Luxitha was on a Holy Pally, there's no surprise there really. Afla, Eddie was playing an Affliction Warlock, Phil Westside was a Fire Mage, and Seb XD was on a Windwalker Monk. Like, when you think about 0.8 seconds remaining on a timer, like, that comes down to, like, for the Fire Mage, like, how many Bracer procs did you get? That comes down to, like, how probably Seb XD executed his cooldowns properly. Like, I never played a Warlock, so I have no idea. But that is so RNG based, and then Concordance on top of all that. That's ridiculous.
100%. The Concordance, and they did, like I said, they did over 35 of these, I think it was. So they had time to hone their, they had an idea for what they needed to do, and they just needed the lineup for it all to happen. And obviously, so you have to execute perfectly every time.
Yep.
You also have to get the procs and the RNG and the luck, and just not slip up, because there's some RNG pulls. Like, we were talking to Mitt last week, if any of you guys caught that podcast, and Mitt told us about there are these pulls that they have in practice that, you know, can net you time on paper, but they're sometimes not worth doing. Sometimes you got to play safe. These guys could not play safe.
No.
You cannot physically play safe to do this kind of key. And it's incredible that, you know, the dedication they gave to it.
I'd be interested to see, like, I mean, you guys can check out the video here. I'll mute this really quick, but you can check out the video here and you got a few POVs. I think you can see everyone's point of view here for the most part. I think Phil's is the common denominator, but that's, like, I'd be interested to see on their attempts prior where they were wiping or what their kind of walls were. Because, you know, when you're doing like a cutting edge, you know, boss prog, you know, those walls are pretty noted, or at least the public, the general public, I guess, knows about them or knows that they're coming because it's all the stuff's in the dungeon journal for the most part, with the exception of different phases of last tier bosses. I'd be interested to see where they were stuck, and I hate Lower Karazhan, so yeah, grats to those guys.
You don't play a bursty cleave spec then if you hate Lower Kara.
That's true. Well, I used to play Fire Mage, but even then, I just didn't. I wasn't big on it. Didn't like it.
I hated Lower Kara until we started doing the opera pull, and I've been converted. But
yeah, shout out to Busty for that. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Awesome. I think that essentially rounds up what we wanted to chat about from a Blizzard, or I guess WoW news in general. If I'm missing anything, let me know.
No, I think that's it. I think that's pretty much it. Are we ready for the whole guest segment?
I think so. Let's get caught up on some follows and stuff here, guys. I saw the chat, the viewer count go over to over 70. That's awesome. Thank you guys for being here. As like a halfway point through the stream, this is great to hear. Thank you. That's the support's great, and this is crazy. We truly did not think this was even gonna happen. So, thank you guys. Synthetic Warfare, Raffle Lobster, thanks for the follows, guys. That's awesome. Thanks, guys. Okay, so guest number 2, podcast number 3. Yeah, so our guest this week is someone who's pretty big around the Area 52, I guess, community, and partly because he is the GM of the biggest community. Correct? I mean, who else is bigger than the Toasty Boys, right?
Oh, they're number one in terms of body count over here, for sure.
Yeah,
one of the biggest in the game. They've got to be.
Yeah, I mean, maybe Cooper has some answers there, but yeah. So our guest this week is Ihealdrunk from Toast. He's the GM of all of the Toast guilds. He's the head honcho over there. So we're pretty excited to have Cooper on the podcast today. I think Chili's gonna pop open a call and we'll get him in here and we'll start chatting, guys.
Yep. All right, I'm gonna hop in there right now.
Okay.
Let's see about this.
Bear with us, guys. We're gonna try to do this as smoothly as possible. There we go.
All right.
What's up, boys?
Hey.
Is that Cooper there?
Is that the real Cooper?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the real one.
There he is. We can see him on camera now, guys.
Sorry, I had to turn my camera
on. Cool. Well, hey, Cooper. How's it going, man?
Oh, not too bad. How are you guys?
Good, good. Welcome to the show, dude.
Thanks, guys.
So Cooper, obviously probably a lot of people in chat know who you are. Some people might not. In terms of an introduction, let us know who you are, man, how long you've been playing WoW, where you're from originally, and I guess what possessed you to want to make a guild called Toast. Why the name? We want to know.
Yeah, I was reading the chat on that. You know, so a lot of people know my name's Cooper or Ihealdrunk and stuff. So my real job is actually like trading stocks and everything. So I work from home, so that's why most people see me online all the fucking time. So I'm just online all the time, recruiting pretty much. But
yeah, I see you in trade chat all the time, man. All the time.
Yeah, I'm surprised you haven't seen me in my garrison or made fun of me about it. Garrisons is still alive and well, man. I'm telling you, WoW forever.
Cool, man. So when did you start playing WoW?
So I started in like my sophomore year of high school, so 2006, 2007, somewhere around there.
Okay, so right.
I was
in the heart of BC a little bit.
Yeah, pretty close to that. I played a little bit like in vanilla really early on, but you know, I was in high school, so I had other things going on. But I was originally on Shattered Hand, like the guild was on Shattered Hand, which is, I don't know if you guys are familiar with that, but it's crazy, crazy small pop. Well, at least it is now. And it's super, super hard to recruit there. So we eventually made the move to Illidan, which was equally as bad of a move for anybody that's super familiar with Illidan or anything. And then we found Area 52 a few years ago, and it was like perfect. It was just perfect after that. I love Area 52.
Yeah,
I couldn't agree more. I think Area 52 has a nice blend of all the things you could want in a server. Like, it has the pop, it has the raid scene, but it's not like super competitive, so like people aren't toxic and stuff, and you like a lot of good people on the server.
Yeah, for sure. Welcome to the gang, dude. Okay, so Cooper, we'll kind of run through some questions for you. We won't get too formal here. Before we get into at least the questions we've outlined, guys, I have one question from chat, from someone named Caps Mage. I'm not sure if you know who that is. Why do people call you 10D? And if that's toxic, I'm sorry, but what's the 10D thing?
No, it's not toxic. So a lot of people call me Tendy or Tendick, and like it just was this thing that started. We were running like dungeons and everything, and I briefly made this reference. I was like, oh yeah, that's why they call me Cooper Tendick, and then it it just caught on. So now it's Cooper Tendy all the time.
I was gonna say I have an alt in Toast, as you know, and I saw him spam that like Cap's been spamming this podcast in your guild, as I'm sure you've seen, and he kept saying, you know, 10D, like Cooper 10D will be on, Ihealdrunk 10D will be on the podcast. So that was pretty funny, man. So I figured I'd ask that.
Yeah, like there's no like rhyme or reason to it. It just caught on.
Yeah,
I love it.
Best jokes are.
I love it.
Yeah, that's kind of like the Blue Proto Drake thing for sure.
Yep. Well, I mean, there's a good reason why you're. Never mind. All right, moving on from that. So, yeah. So I was going to take the first question here. So, I just want to know, because I've thought about this before. We've had communication on and off through the entire expansion, Cooper and I, and I just wanted to know from a personal point of view where the idea for this kind of guild came from. You know, like if anything's changed from your original intents for this guild and how it's evolved, if the guild's direction has changed. You know, overcoming hurdles and roadblocks that you didn't foresee making it. Like, how did that process happen?
Yeah, so like there's definitely a lot of different things that like how the guild was originally intended, or like what I was shooting for. So I mean, like all of us have been in, you know, multiple different guilds since vanilla and all that, and so you see, like, you kind of pick up the things that you like of a guild or that you dislike, you know. So like sometimes people join a team or they join a guild and they just absolutely love how it's run, or they love certain aspects of the guild or certain aspects of the team. So, you know, over the course of raiding and playing the game and everything, I basically just picked all the stuff that I liked of these different guilds that I went into over the years. So originally when we like made Toast, it was more for a social aspect of, like, obviously we were going to raid and, you know, have fun doing it and all that. But then it started to turn into more of a social thing, where it was like we just wanted people in here to have fun, always be doing our Sunday Fun Day runs, and
gotcha.
You know, always doing all that stuff. And then we kept getting enough people, and we started more and more raid teams, and then now we kind of you know, became known as like strictly a raiding guild, which is not necessarily the case, but I guess you're going to get kind of branded as that with multiple teams, I suppose.
Right.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because there are a lot of social guilds that are big, but I think this is a special case where it's like, you know, like you say, there was the social intent, you guys just kind of raided, and here you are. Like, you still have your roots, but then you have so many raid teams. Like, how you can't really escape being called that.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
But
yeah,
I think
like
it's a nice blend.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that, you know, like, some people won't join us because they're like, oh, no, I'm looking for, like, social guild or, like, casual guild and stuff. You guys are clearly, like, only into raiding and stuff. And I'm like, well, you know, that's not the case. But larger guilds aren't for everybody anyways, you know, so.
Gotcha. So I guess with that large guild kind of atmosphere, right? Cooper, if you could, and this will be a loaded question, but could you go over the challenges, I guess, that are involved in having so many raiding teams, and even from a social aspect, managing that too? I guess they kind of go hand in hand. But having that all under the same umbrella. So, you know, competition internally, whether that's probably a good and bad thing, and things like raiders team hopping. I'm sure you've probably run into that in the past.
Yeah, that's definitely been a thing. I mean, it's not as bad as a lot of people think, because it's definitely not me. Like, a lot of people will be like, oh, it's crazy what you've done, or, you know, like what you've accomplished and stuff. And I always tell people it's not my guild, and like it's our guild, like of the people that I talk to in guild, and the raid leaders and the officers and everything definitely do a lot. There would be no way, if I were to take on everything in guild, there'd be no way that I would be able to manage that. I don't think any sane person would be able to do that. So a lot of the raid leaders and the officers and stuff in guild definitely help build what we have here. And then a lot of the raiders obviously bring people in and help, and everybody keeps each other accountable. But
Gotcha.
we definitely do have people occasionally that want to try and team hop, and that's super frowned upon in the guild. We let people know, like, when you join a team, like, that's your team. Like, you want people on your team to be loyal, and, you know, you don't want people to leave your team because you have 300 wipes on Mythic Argus. You know what I mean? Like, speaking from experience. And like, you want loyal people, and you want people that want to see your team like succeed just as bad as you do. So we have different things in place for that, like putting cooldowns on people to where they can't just team hop and everything. And you know, sometimes there will be people that team hop due to real life schedules, like work changes, or, you know, like real life stuff or whatever. So they do legitimately have to hop to a different team. That's totally fine. But we haven't suffered that a lot, but you'll know people right away, because they'll join, or they'll message me and they'll be like, hey, Ihealdrunk, I want to join the best fucking team you got. And I usually don't recruit those people.
Gotcha.
Right.
Gotcha. So, I guess quickly before we go into the next, I guess, not scripted, but scripted question. You mentioned, Cooper, you have kind of I guess, obviously a structure with officers, and they help you a lot. So, could you break down that structure and what that is? Like, is it just officers, and then it's just kind of like a, you know, raider social rank like most guilds, or how do you break that down?
Yeah, so we have like our raid leaders. We have anywhere from like 3 to 4-ish raid leaders per team.
Okay.
And those raid leaders fall into different categories for their team. Like, I don't oversee a lot of the teams. I'll help recruit, and we'll provide for them, you know, with our carry runs and everything. But one of the raid leaders will be like recruitment for their team. One will be strategy. One will be like tank, or, you know, raid caller, or strat caller and stuff. And then, so we have our raid leaders, and then we have our elite officers above that. So the raid leaders take care of their team and do all that stuff, and communicate with the other raid leaders from the other teams. And then the elite officers are basically, a lot of the elite officers like don't even raid, but they will kind of be the go-to for all the teams, like making sure that they are provided for, like, you know, feasts, cauldrons, repairs are on, like pre-pots, all of that stuff. So it's kind of a pyramid. Like, the teams have their own stuff that they do. Like, they're not like constantly being like watched over or anything like that. But if they need help, if they need something, then they go to the elite officers. They take care of that. And then if you know, if it goes above that, then like basically we'll all solve it together.
Gotcha.
Interesting. So I imagine the elite officers are more like what you'd expect in a one-team guild, being the officers. It's just you have that, and then under that you have each team that's responsible for themselves, and the elite officers are more so for, like you say, to bridge those gaps. That's
Right,
an interesting
yeah.
structure.
Yeah, it's worked out well so far, at least.
Very cool.
Yeah. So, okay, so regarding the teams, I was wondering in the past as well as now, if, like, so teams seem to have similar progression. They seem to maintain similar progression from just watching from the outside. It seems like, you know, a team will progress at some rate for one tier, and the next tier they'll kind of progress at the same rate. Of course, if you're letting the teams deal with themselves in the way it sounds like you are, that's just going to be by association, right? So people are going to be recruiting, they're going to be looking for players that are in similar progression, and people are going to be seeking teams that have progression to what they want. So that would kind of be like autonomous. Is that what it is, or is there any, are you trying to make sure teams maintain progression, or is it just completely autonomous?
So it's a little bit of both, right? Like I want raid leaders to definitely like experience that, because a lot of people don't know what it's like to be a raid leader. Like it's definitely a different position than being a normal raider, and I think that all of you guys can agree to that. It's definitely a different position. So they do have that autonomy, but we do also have our meetings like every so often, and all of the raid leaders communicate with each other. So it is a mixture of, people recruiting, like those teams are recruiting, and other people coming in want the progression that they're at. So obviously if a team is 10 of 11 mythic or 11-11 mythic, they're going to recruit people that are 10 of 11 or 11-11. But the other benefit is that we're in Discord every single day. So a team that is a couple bosses behind us, we can literally just talk and be like, okay, like this is your raid comp, like this is how we did it. So, like you could change it up like this, or you could do it like this. And so that's why a lot of the teams will follow up quickly behind with boss kills, because they're drawing on, not only the YouTube videos, but also on like literally other people that got the kill like right before them. Like Team 3 has, like, they crushed Team 1 to a lot of, and I'm Team 1. They were crushing us on a lot of the progression. And so I was definitely drawing on like Sentra, Alyssa, and Ristra and stuff like that, and like asking them how we should do certain things. And I talked to Grief as well on certain bosses and all that. But it's nice resource having like all of us kind of rating at similar progression.
That's very interesting to me, because I mean, and maybe I should ask this question before I make this comment, but so with the environment of your, it's 4 guilds, right, Cooper?
Yeah, currently 4 guilds.
Okay, so in that environment of your 4 guilds, I guess it's kind of like, so I see you recruiting in trade chat or recruiting wherever quite a bit. I guess that kind of helps, because when you are recruiting in not only trade chat for your team, I guess if people are kind of switching teams internally for valid reasons, obviously, I guess that probably helps you guys a lot. It's almost like a big box store, I guess.
Right, so it's really nice because a lot of situations, if you're a guild that has 1 or 2 raid teams or whatever, if somebody's work schedule changes and like they can't make those times anymore, most people are not just going to stay in guild. If they want to raid and they want to get loot, they're not just going to be like, all right, cool, I'll just hang out in guild and hope that my schedule changes. They're going to usually leave guild and go to a different team, and like that sucks, because these people, if you're a 2-day or a 3-day, whatever raid team, like we raid 3 days, so that's 9 hours that I spend with these guys on my team. That's more goddamn time than I spend with my own family for the most part. So like it would suck to see them go elsewhere that you've built these relationships with. So it's really cool to see them just go to another team and kind of stay under the Toast name. Yeah,
for sure. That's awesome, and I think that's pretty cool, especially the whole strategy thing, right? Like Chili, myself, we've been in Discord calls or Discord channels after raids, especially after prog bosses, kind of working through, okay, what went wrong? How could we do this better? I think that's pretty cool, right? You guys have these multiple teams that raid, at different progression levels, and it's almost like an open forum where you guys can chat about that. So that's pretty cool. That's awesome.
Yeah, and I think we have something similar with some of the guilds that we like talk to. It's just not under the same umbrella, right? So it's like, DNO, was a well-established guild, and we had friends in there. And when my guild was working on Argus, we had some issues, and they helped us. They looked at logs, they gave some suggestions, and that's a great thing to have. But especially like when it's under, it's just in your backyard, the same people are working towards the same goals. That seems like definitely like a plus, especially when there are that many people involved.
Yeah, and I mean, we have like our Discord filled with like other people from other guilds as well. Like Krungey, you're in our Discord and everything, and I've talked to Grief before from SBK and everything. So we definitely do talk to other guilds too. Like sometimes, if the teams are still at the same progression, especially when you're like a tier just comes out, like there's a lot of those guilds that are just crushing progression right off the bat. So it definitely helps to still have a relationship with other guilds on the server and you know, be on friendly terms and all that.
Definitely. In terms, I guess this is one of our final questions here, Cooper. Are you aware of the new community system in BFA, and if you are, what are your initial thoughts on that community system and how you think it could potentially help, you know, bigger guilds like yours in Toast?
Yeah, I am familiar with it. I'm not super worried about it because I mean, when you were watching the interview with Ian and stuff talking about it, like they were still talking about the end goal, basically to use that community to draw people into your guild. Like that's what it was making it sound like. Was he was like, you know, you can group with these people and then approach them about joining your guild. So to me, that said that their end goal was to still have the guild. You know, they're trying to open it up and all that, but I'm not super worried about it. I think it will help us streamline a lot of our chats and everything, you know, between the guilds. Like we still have our add-ons that link all of our chats, so you know, people have a couple hundred people to do stuff with. But I think that the community feature will just help us streamline that. I'm more worried about that cross-server stuff, you know, like the 100 Horde and 100 Alliance guilds that they were talking about.
Yeah. What are you worried about?
I mean, not like super worried. I just don't think that it's like a super good move, I guess. I mean, like that seems really soon to open up crossover stuff. And I mean, like, I know that Alliance are, you know, they're gonna have their time getting the 100 kills and stuff. But it definitely seems like it's gonna be really, really soon. Like 100 guilds on each one to finish out each tier, and then they're gonna open up Mythic Crossroom. Like I don't know. Yeah, like that seems like a decent time frame to you guys.
Yeah,
or
it does seem pretty early. In terms, like, that's the thing too, is because it's with your faction. I don't like, maybe people will go Alliance to level that out, but I feel like it's going to be leaning to one side or the other, but most likely Horde historically from what we've seen. But it's like, yeah, like imagine Alliance still has to prog the same way, or does it unlock after both 100, you know, from each, or is it after 100 from yours? Now you can go crossover on your. I didn't look too far into it.
From my understanding, it's 100 of each. So 100 Horde guilds have to get it, or 100 Horde teams, and 100 Alliance teams have to get it. And so when I was looking at the numbers, if I remember correctly, it was like when they did Cross Realm here, it was like 300 Alliance guilds had it, or something like that, maybe like 200 and something. So I mean, if you're looking at the numbers, it's like, you know, 50 to 60% quicker opening Cross Realm than what they just did.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and this tier in particular was like, I don't know. I feel like this tier would have been the one that would better reflect what like a first tier would, right? Because like when it starts, they kind of give you an easy-ish tier to start out on, and then, you know, it ramps up. The difficulty ramps up not necessarily because of the actual like objective difficulty of the content, but more so that you have less time to do it. And then the last tier becomes easy again because you have so long to do it. So I would think that hopefully they would be trying to like make these two things congruent, but it doesn't seem, like you say, it doesn't seem like they are. And it's gonna take some getting used to, and I think they're gonna also have to do some work to streamline it as we go forward. We'll see.
Cool.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be like a balance. I mean, you know, like Blizzard is definitely really well known for rolling out stuff perfectly first try.
Yeah, absolutely. We're still having issues from the February fucking patch that broke every Mythic Plus and everything in the game.
Oh man, yeah, that was nuts. So I got another one of like a community question, I guess, Cooper, and it's not really hard hitting, but I guess with you being, you know, you're fairly in the Area 52 spotlight. How do you deal with, you know, people in trade chat trolling you, or if there's specific people that kind of target you through multiple characters or accounts? How do you deal with that, and what's that experience been like for you?
I mean, it's I don't know, like it's gonna happen. It's like, it's the internet, I guess. Area 52, like I really like Area 52 because it does not seem that bad. Obviously, we have our trolls, we have you know, people that are gonna do stuff like that, but it hasn't really been that much of a problem. But I think with the size of our guild, it's kind of a numbers game. A lot of people hate larger guilds, and, you know, like they don't want to be part of that environment, and like they're like, I've definitely been targeted by people and everything, but it's not a huge deal. I think because of my like real life job and all the people that I've ever had to deal with, and the type of different personalities and stuff, it's really not that big of a deal. Definitely happens, but it's, you know, it's easy to get over.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, Cooper, I think that was all the questions that Chili and I had for you. Was there anything else that you wanted to say? I know you stream, so feel free to plug your channel here too. Anything from a housekeeping perspective that you want to shout out or do?
No, I mean, I definitely appreciate you guys bringing me on. I really like the idea of the podcast. Like I was telling you guys earlier, I'm super stoked. If you guys talk about like WoW economy stuff, or, you know, stuff going on for BFA, I'm in, man. I'm so in for that, like, for real.
That's his home turf.
Well, that's what you do, right? So that's pretty interesting. And even in our initial chats, you mentioned that, and Chili and I both just kind of looked at each other and we were like, wait a second, that's a pretty good idea. This man knows a thing or two. So might be something that we have to check out. Cooper, if you want to throw your Twitch in the chat, please do. If that's of interest, throw that in there. I guess while you do that, I'll get caught up here, guys. So we have Happy Panda Area 52. Thanks for the follow, man, and thanks for being so nice to trade chat all the time. That's pretty cool. Forever and a Dave, if I'm saying that right. Thanks for the follow. Breadgrave and Stodera Area 50. Thanks for the Prime subs, dude. That's awesome. And then Vondrachen and A Rotten Root. Thanks for the follow. So that's great. Thanks a lot, guys. I
posted in the trade. It's just Cooper Ivan. I mean, if anybody does.
Gotcha. I think what we were planning on doing now, at least Cooper, if you want to, and we didn't ask you this before, we kind of thought of this as the show was in the pre-show, I guess. We were kind of thinking of keeping you in the call for the most part, and have you heal the free Mythic plus 15 giveaway. We're going to put you on the spot, dude, if you want to. So if you want to do that.
Yeah, for sure, man. Count me in.
Cool. So I'm going to pop open this group here, guys. It'll be a dungeon group. Actually, you know what? Chili, do you want to do the AOTC giveaway first?
Yeah, we'll do that. So, how should we do this?
I'll start
You're still
the
going to do
group.
the roll, right?
Yeah, I'll start the group.
Yeah.
So
we're going to give away an AOTC for tomorrow, for my first slot tomorrow. We're going to do that first, but we're also giving away the 15, because we can do the 15 now with Cooper. And then the AOTC will be tomorrow at 8 EST with me in our group.
Okay, so I just made the group A52 After Dark giveaway. Join this group. I guess if you're in this group with me in this raid group and you want to be part of this, none of you guys should be, but leave the group and reapply. We'll do a roll and we'll give that away. While that's filling up, Cooper, thanks, man, for being on. That's awesome. We appreciate you coming on, and obviously with you being a figurehead, I guess, in the community of Area 52, and obviously Toast. This has been great and a lot of fun. So thanks for joining, man. We appreciate that.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Of course. So no one's applying. So this is an issue here. Guys,
We're
go
trying to
apply.
give you free stuff, guys.
We're giving you. This is a free AOTC giveaway. A free Purpley Boy mount. You know what? Let's go outside and get on the Purple Boy mount.
All right,
dude. We'll 17th, man. That's my guess. I'm putting money on it. The 17th is pre-patch.
100%.
Yeah, you think so? Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
I guess that makes
Krungey,
sense.
Are you guessing the 10th, man?
No, I don't think it's got to be the 17th, right? It can't really be anything else. It can't be anything. This is a terrible parade, guys. What are you guys doing? Come out here. Look at this. There's only us two.
Some people. Yeah.
I'm gonna stop and wait for these guys.
When I first saw the guess of the 17th, it made a lot of sense. So like the original data mine information regarding that was that they set a cutoff date for when you had to upgrade for the new client. So that, you know, in all intents and purposes, would seem to be that the beta client's coming out and you need to have your computer updated by this date. This is your warning. They didn't say that, but that's what you fill in the blanks there. Mm-hmm. And the reset after the date they gave was the 4th. That didn't make sense. I believe it was the 4th. I don't know. It was close to the 4th. So the reset after didn't make sense. Yeah, I think it was the 3rd, right? Yeah, it was the 3rd, and then it didn't make sense that they would do it then because everyone would be off for the 4th. They wouldn't be able to do maintenance for the patch.
Yep.
So the 4th was out of question. Then the following week, there's some other reason why the 10th didn't make sense. I can't exactly remember, but essentially it was decided through data mining and just filling in the blanks and assumptions that the 17th makes the most sense. And I think that lines up well with, you know, the amount of time left before pre-patch or before BFA's launch and whatnot. So,
yeah,
makes sense.
Yeah, I think, yeah. I mean, 17th. That if it's a week later, that cuts it off way too tight, I think.
Yeah.
For the next one. So, okay.
Getting a bunch of invites up.
Yeah, there was like calendar stuff for it too, right? Like I can't remember if it was on beta or something that I saw, but something BFA related was like going into, and then it like ended on the 16th, which was like the Monday, and can't remember. I'd have to find out what that image was.
Gotcha. Where did we just lose all of our list?
I think a lot of people left.
I had a bunch of people. Like here. Did you just invite everyone to this group, Chili?
Oh, is this not the group? This
is the group, but I was gonna roll this off, dude, for the AOTC sale.
Is this not for the AOTC? I thought we were still filling up for it.
We are, but I was just gonna like do the Asmon Gold roll off. You know what I mean? We're gonna roll it. So leave if you're interested in the AOTC giveaway and you wanna.
I just took everyone left, and I just took people from the group finder. That's who's in here right now.
Yeah, leave the group finder. Let just the people apply. Don't invite them to the group, and then we're gonna get.
Oh, I got you. You leave them in there.
Leave them in there, and then I'm gonna roll it off.
You can just do their list in raid, right?
Yeah, I guess.
So put us at the bottom. I'm putting us at the bottom in group 8, and then everybody else who's entered is in groups 1 to 3.
Okay. No,
if we're doing it that way, I'm just going to keep inviting.
No, we're just going to have them. I'm going to let you do that then, because you're the one carrying them, and we'll get them to roll. Cool. So after this giveaway, guys, after we find someone for this, we're going to do that plus 15 giveaway. We have a tank, me DPSing, and then obviously Cooper healing, and then along with Chili DPSing as well. So we have 1 DPS spot, correct? For that.
No, we're full.
For that carry.
Oh yeah, we have 1 carry slot. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got the group. We got the group under control.
Cool. All right.
I'm gonna. It's 105. That's a decent number. I'm gonna roll off. I don't think. Well, okay, I'll leave him in. I don't think Cody can be eligible because he's carrying.
Yeah.
I don't think Death can be eligible because he's carrying.
No.
This looks good here. Okay, so let me just move these. Okay, so we're gonna roll. How many do we have? We have 13. I'm gonna roll 1 to 13.
13.
13, so that's capped. Caps.
Cap
He always wins these. He won the
first week too.
Jesus
what
Christ.
a piece of shit.
He won the first week. Okay, how are we gonna do? Congrats, Cap. How are we gonna do the plus 15 carry? And we'll chat with you, Cap, afterwards.
Do you want to drop group and make a new one? You can do it.
Yeah, we can. We can for sure. Kindred got us cucked. Nice 20 FPS. What kind of toaster do you have, Cake Kona at Krungey? What's a toaster? I don't even know what that
nice
is.
pun.
I live in Canada, dude. PvP season ends the 17th, and it's pretty much always been the end of PvP season since announced before the patches. Okay. That makes sense.
Oh, that too. Yeah. The that was the other bit of data mine information. I forgot about that. The season warning lines up with the 17th.
Gotcha. Oh, you can only.
That's nice though.
Yeah, that is nice.
Personal loot, like going after pre-patch, is gonna blow.
Yeah. There's some information that the Argus mount might actually be tradable. So if you can still roll off the Argus mount, it's not for sure, but people have said that it might be considered legacy content after pre-patch. Whether or not it is will determine if you will still be able to roll off the Argus mount. Other than that, it'll just be chance. You will be able to do the Gul'dan mount, so Gul'dan sales will not stop.
Okay, guys, I'm listing plus 15 giveaway Krungey for the stream here. So when you guys get in here, we only have 5 minutes while they're up in queue. So queue up as soon as possible. I think my delay is only like 30 seconds, so we should see people pop in here soon, and then I'll do the giveaway.
Dude, Chili, Cap got. I was supposed to tell you this. He got trolled the other day because he got super baked, and he was playing like he was just running around buying stuff on the auction house, and somebody called him and was like, dude, Chillybeef's on your account right now running around buying stuff in trade chat. And Cap was like, no way! And he was just super big. He was on his account. He was the one running around. He's about to whisper you about it.
What the hell, man?
He's
He's a gem. I love that guy.
That's really funny. Okay, so we have some people joining up. We have people who joined in as a party. Oh my god. You can't do that. We're only gonna pick one. We're just gonna count it from there.
No, you can still count it. Just
we'll count
it'll
one
still
each.
work. Yeah.
Actually, Kidrid brings up a good point. Why is my FPS so low right now? Is it the violet? The violet.
Yeah, it's too much violet.
Too much violet going on, guys. What the hell? And we gotta see what kind of keys we got too. What key do you have, Cooper?
Oh, let me see here. Got a Halls of Valor.
Halls of Valor. What level is it? We can drill sharp to 15.
14.
Oh.
My alt paladin has, I think, a 16 key.
Cam will definitely have something.
Yes, he will.
I can lower my BRH if we have to. It's at 20 right now.
Okay, I don't want to do that one at all. I have a dark art ticket we can lower too. I invited you to this party, and then we'll go from there. So there's only 3 people in here right now. 4 people. I am going to do the roll when it hits 1:10 a.m. so we can get this going. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. As soon as this hits 1:10, I'm doing it.
Our buddy Sam, by the way, in chat, his guild was like the world first 6-hour guild to kill Argus with personal loot only. For some reason, they just only do personal loot, and he was saying that personal loot's a meme. There's no reason to be worried. I think that's weird though. Like, why?
Why swap it to personal loot?
Yeah, they leave it on personal loot for prog. This guild did all of Antorus just on personal loot. That's just how they do it in their guild. And they were world first to get Argus like that with 6 hours.
Jesus. I'm not super worried about personal loot. I'm actually I'm more of a fan of swapping to personal loot. I know that's like an unpopular opinion, but I'm a fan of it.
I think once you get your pieces, it's not bad. We've actually been doing it because you actually just straight up get more pieces of gear most of the time. I mean, you obviously
statistically, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Sorry to interrupt, guys. Okay, number 13's lucky number tonight, guys. 13 won again of 17. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Croc.
All right, just
he's getting it.
Go back one. No, he's not getting one, dude. He's on his main. Go
Okay,
back one.
Chapman. Congrats, dude. Number 12. You're in. Let's go. That's it.
God damn it. Why are my friends fucking signing up for this?
That's funny. Hey, you know what? Thanks for being here, guys. That's all that matters.
Yeah, you're homies.
All right. So, what key were you dropping there, Busters?
Did he say add one?
Yeah. Actually, you know what? Do you guys want to just add him to the call?
We could do that.
If he's Cam, just whisper me if you want to join the call or not, and we can do that. We'll do the Nell Slayer 16. Cool.
Oh hell yeah, dude! He was ready, dude. He just wanted to reset that.
He was ready. So I won't be watching chat that much right now. Why is my delay so long? Anyway.
Yeah, it did seem kind of long. I kept refreshing it, thinking that I was like losing frames. Because you know, if you lose frames, it like gets farther and further off. So I was refreshing it, but it does seem to be pretty long.
Yeah, I don't know.
It was a little bit. It kept pausing a little bit for me and the others in Discord.
So I am in a new condo, new internet, guys. So maybe if that's scuffed, I'm sorry. But yeah, I apologize. I'll look into that for the next one. Okay, Chili, I'm going to the restroom quick. Entertain.
Okay. Well, hey guys, I'm a balance druid. What's up? All right, I'm flying there.
Are we doing Nelts?
Yep.
Nice.
Cam's already there. We're gonna get some summons out. Looks like everyone's already flying except for Kyle though.
Oh shit! I should have just picked him up on my 2-seater.
He was following me, but I had to turn back around and change talents, and I think he got unfollowed. Big sad. All right, let me see if he wants to get in here.
I think I have like 500k worth of bets out on pre-patch day.
Oh yeah.
If it comes out on Tuesday, I'm fucked.
Are you guys doing a pot, or are you just like individual bets?
just individual bets, like people that are like they're so certain that it's going to be on the 10th.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so, man.
I highly doubt that.
I'm hoping it's the 17th.
Yeah, no, yeah, I think the 17th makes a lot of sense.
I highly doubt that.
Here, I got it.
Okay. Nice. Welcome, Busty. Okay, guys. So before we jump into the key, thanks again, everyone, for checking out and hanging out and watching the podcast. That's awesome. We're gonna do this key. We'll keep the stream going. Then we'll end quickly after. If you missed the giveaway because of my delay, I'm so sorry. Feel free to add me or Chillybeef onto BattleNet. I'll put my tag in the chat here. Please feel free to add me. We do 15 runs all the time. More than happy to help out. And again, it just grows the community, right? That's the whole point of this podcast. The whole point of this is to create that community feel in Area 52 and make this place a fun place to play. So add us both, and we'll go from there.
Sirs,
Hello.
Hello.
how do?
Good. How do you?
We're doing good. How was it on the other side?
Very safe.
Very
Safe.
very safe. That's what matters, dude. That's awesome.
As long
Safety
as you feel
first.
safe in chat, yeah.
Then teamwork.
Okay.
Safety, teamwork, success. I'm almost there. We'll get summons up.
I'm already here, dude. Ready to rock.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I
Okay.
saw you there, dude. You were fucking. They were lowering this key while we were finishing up the podcast.
I did on like regular Mythic too, so I'd have death like
Yeah, he
reset
told
for
me. The squad's looking out for us, man.
Big homie, dude.
All right.
The real question is, what are you guys gonna do for? You
Oh,
think
I
like
double-clicked
sales are gonna go up in BFA, like price wise?
For 15s, well, yeah, at the beginning, absolutely. And
What about like raid stuff? Like, cause we all of us do sale runs.
you know, I think AOTC runs are just a product of the time you sell them. Like if
Mhm.
you sell them early, like 2 to 1, you know, you expect a certain rate for a certain amount of time, and you expect the market to fluctuate. Like it's going up now. It's on the upswing for AOTC because we're getting really close to where it's going away. So I don't know. I haven't done a whole lot of it. I did a little bit at the beginning of Vantoris when they were like 600k. We did a couple 2 to 1s, and that was really hard shit. But we'll see. If you're there early and you're established and you have people to sell with, then it's good money.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
I just zoned in. Was it set to mythic?
So we have a question
it's
from
there.
Forever and a Dave. So is Twitch only podcast, or can I find it on phone's podcast app too? We haven't done that. We've talked about putting it on YouTube. Maybe we could find a way to upload it somewhere else. I guess we haven't really talked about schedule at all tonight, Chili. We usually do this on the weekends at midnight, whether it be Friday or Saturday, starting at midnight EST, and then going for like an hour and a half with the carry included. So we'll have to talk about that. That's a good point, and we'll have to see if we can get this on at least YouTube.
Hey, I was thinking about that the other night. We should make a YouTube channel for this, you and I, where we both own it, and I can start putting them up.
For sure.
You'll just have to basically, like, since we both do them for now, we might actually get one Twitch to do this on at some point. But for now, since we're both switching off, we'll have to make sure to download our VODs and then put them like in a Google Drive so that we can get them up on YouTube.
Yeah, for sure. I'm getting flamed for my internet right now in Twitch chat. First of all, I'm Canadian, okay? Second of all, I had a 100 down at my old condo. Third of all, I just moved to this place, and it is totally free for my Rogers 500 internet, so I'll take it. It's free. But if we're streaming this much, it might have to change.
Can I bring something to attention?
Sure.
I don't feel like it was fair how you just overpassed Croc like that. I feel like he got scammed.
Yeah, the
feel like
982 priest who needed a 15.
Yeah, I feel like he got scammed. I don't know if that's fair, but I'm just bringing it to the light.
It's not a democracy here, so
Oh shit.
we're just gonna when we do the video for this YouTube, we're just gonna edit that out, dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is totally
Very smart. Big brain.
yeah. Okay, are we good here? Can we start?
Yeah, you put a timer up.
I'm gonna give you leader. Oh my god, why is that so loud?
4, 3,
Oh, I know it was loud. I did the
2,
DK mount,
1.
like the class mount questline last night, and Senpai Lich King was talking, so I wanted to hear that at max volume. So,
Yeah.
Senpai.
One of the first two worms.
Okay. I'm gonna read chat a little bit here.
Yeah, Panda, thanks for hanging out. It's good seeing your face around here.
Yeah, Panda,
Go
thanks
back
a lot, man.
Go back to doing your good work.
Yeah. Keep an
Panda's a
area.
good dude.
Yeah, he is a good dude. I didn't even realize he was in
Alright.
toast.
I'll be right back.
You want bubble?
Nope.
I'm just kidding.
Alright, I'm pressing my buttons. Let's go. Okay, never mind.
What is that? What are the things this week?
Easy, easy, and easy. No, it's Tyrannical Week, but it's Raging Necrotic. So it's basically all in cam.
Big nice.
Cool.
Good thing I'm retarded.
Yo. Yeah. I'm new to PvE. Lock seeds is easy.
You could be like Nikki Brienne, though.
I've literally never played Warlock, so I have no idea what you're talking about.
We did a 15 with a streamer girl, and at the end of it, it was with like Tanner XD and a bunch of 6K people. We no-healed a 16 DHT.
That's
And
crazy.
at the end of the key, it was actually really easy. We like almost 3-chested it, but I mean, like we had a guy from Limit, we had Tanner, me, and then Busty tanking, and then her. And
It was
Busty,
Grievous.
yeah, it was Grievous too. So he was on his blood DK for that.
Oh, I
specific-
remember this. Okay, we won't get into all of it, but I remember this.
Basically, Cam doubled her DPS as a tank, and the excuse from the White Knights was that she couldn't possibly do damage because stuff died too fast for her to seed. And seed's like you press your button, everything blows up.
Jesus. We
Oh,
also
lucky, dude.
another streamer. And we're not going to name names, but another streamer we did a COS 17 with, and we had to 2-heal it, and
Yep.
then me and Chili just damaged it, and Busty tanked it. So we've
Alright.
We have some experience with that.
we've gone through the ringer here for sure.
We might have that streamer on the podcast at some point too.
We're gonna ask about that.
She asked me, so.
No,
Oh,
we're gonna ask about the
Oh, ask her about the COS.
yeah. That's funny. Yeah, I used to hate just doing like 15 keys. I used to always like want to push, but like since I want to say, when did we kind of stop doing big keys, guys? Like,
When we realized we couldn't time 24s.
yeah,
Yeah, we realized we're bad.
yeah, a few months ago, and
I don't know. We had a couple waves though. Like we had, you know, we would go back and forth a bit, but I think we finally just gave up on pushing keys when we realized we kind of just missed the bus on that. There's no way we were gonna like push keys to any reasonable standard.
yeah. Now I just like going, like now I just like doing keys like relatively high, but I like trying different things. You know what I mean? Like bigger pulls and all that jazz.
My one goal is to do as much DPS
Stupid
as
legendaries and shit. Okay.
Do you actually like enjoy doing keys, or like do you
Yes.
enjoy pushing them?
Love it. I like it. I like it more than raiding. Like when we were actually
Really?
doing it, for sure. I loved it. It was fun.
It's definitely like a saving point for the game. I don't think the game needed a saving point this expansion, except for some unfortunate things with like, you know, how legendaries have behaved and stuff like that. But I mean, it was always a good thing to have. Like you could fill the time when you were bored, continue Day Nights or whatever, which is a big plus in this game.
For sure. For
I
sure.
mean, like I enjoy them, but like not that much, I guess. Like I have a 14 key this week because I do my 15s, and you know, like I'll help out people and everything. But I just like, I don't find them super enjoyable, I guess.
Sorry to interrupt this great conversation. Ultimazing, something edgy, Ferocity, Cupid lol, and we have a donation from Fail. Thanks for the donation, Fail, for the $1.69. Krungey and Chili make me moist. Shout out to the OBO sales boys. So, hey guys, that's fucking funny. Holy shit. And you guys can keep like following and doing all that stuff and talking in chat, because then I have an excuse not to DPS like the trash and stuff.
Yeah, then I get to actually pad. So yeah,
And
definitely do
Chili
that.
looks way better, so because he needs that.
I need it,
He
dude.
needs
That's
it.
actually I was gonna say that's why I love doing keys, because I'm a boonkin and I love padding. It's as simple as that.
That's so funny. Busty, I thought you were gonna pull more.
I hate this guy, dude. He won't.
yeah,
Now we pull more. This guy's pissing me
but
off.
wings are gone, almost.
Yeah, but wings. Yeah, true. My fault. My bad. I'm throwing, dude.
You should have been looking at your wings timer, dude.
Yeah, what am I doing?
What are you doing? What you doing, mate?
Just shit boss positioning.
I use the belt there too.
That was a huge stomp, Chili. Well played.
It's okay, I'm here in
Actually,
time
was
now,
just
guys.
trying. That was another one of those
You went to proc
greedy.
Cephas, didn't you?
Yeah, that's all it was. It was a greedy Cephas proc. Most of my big plays are me being greedy for damage.
Do you have knock?
Yeah.
Just first.
Stream seems to be skipping around. What is going on? I've never had this. I'm sorry,
Big
guys.
knock.
Did you were messing with your settings, right? Yesterday?
Yeah,
Didn't you
but I
increase your
didn't.
bitrate?
I didn't change it by much though. I'll fix it after. I can't fix it now.
I mean, it could be because you have like, I mean, you're hosting me too for video, so I don't know. I can turn mine off if you want.
yeah,
You
true.
got 2 videos going.
Yeah, it's probably the video. I'm gonna fix this while you guys do that. Thanks for the heads up, though, guys. Appreciate that.
Double carry, by the way.
Let's see. Stream.
Just doing the homie thing, getting Krungey keep of the week.
Yeah, dude. Thanks.
That's
for
what this is about.
Fuck. I have to go.
I'm pretty sure you have to stop your stream to mess with your bitrate. I would just do it after.
I'm just gonna do it after. I'm sorry, guys. Let's see if
I'll
the video
yeah, I'll
thing
turn my
changes.
camera.
I turned off my video, so it should be
Okay.
catching up here.
Okay.
I can knock. Oh, big boys.
Let us know if that gets better, guys. Ooh.
He actually still gonna throw that shit at me there.
Really?
Yeah, I'm
With
not
the grip
happy.
and the knock? What the hell?
Dude, yeah, I'm not happy about that. That's
I'm nervous. We got people in chat telling you to throw the key.
Yo, what chat wants, chat gets.
You gotta.
Hey, I'm a man of the
Podcast
people,
here.
dude.
You gotta give the people what they want.
I respect that.
Yeah. So, Busters, how was work today?
Hey. Work was it was alright.
You got off a
It was
little
work.
bit earlier, no?
I did. It was a very small party. 3, 2, 1, go now. It was actually really sad. Not gonna lie.
Why?
The father of the bride, alright, was drunk. It was a dry wedding.
Oh
And
no.
The father of the bride was drunk when he got there, and then he left before the father-daughter dance
What?
to go get booze. Yeah,
Oh.
didn't do that dance. That, you know, the
Oh,
important one that
no.
you do with your daughter when you're the father. That one. Yeah, he didn't do it.
You didn't tell me that part. That's
That's so sad.
Yeah, I felt so bad.
F's in chat for that. Okay, I'm not watching this.
The funny thing was, too, dude, I was like standing in like where, you know, the employees would stand, and he just walks up to me and goes, "Hey, who are you?"
No way.
Yeah, like I was a guest or something, and he was like, "I don't know you. What are you doing here?" I was like, "I work here, man."
That's
You're
so
like the groom,
funny.
obviously the groom.
Yeah, dude, I should have been like a wedding crash.
I'm your son-in-law.
Oh shit.
I'm the fucking bride, bud.
I'm your daughter.
Don't I look beautiful?
I've been waiting for this for so long, Dad. I'm glad you're sober.
Dude, it broke my heart.
That is sad. I
Ah.
shouldn't mean that. That's sad as fuck.
I don't even have children. You know what I mean? Like, that was just rough.
Well, that's fucking depressing. First the long boys are dying in
Yeah.
Jurassic Park, and now
Now this.
this.
I'm sorry to bum you out, dude.
It's okay.
I didn't mean to.
No, it's okay.
Man.
And the mom, you could like actually just. It smelled like she just ate weed. You know?
No.
Yeah, like she was very,
that's
very
how
high.
you do. That's how you do the weeds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She like
Oh,
she sucked
man.
on one for a while just to get. It's like a breath mint.
She like dipped with weed.
Yeah. She just
It's the lone boy.
Man,
If you think I'm not padding over there,
I'm just gonna hit these
Crazy.
ones, guys.
I just make sure my starfall hits as many as possible so that I'm like technically not breaking the rules, but I am.
Well, look, I was on the other side of the world for that one.
Yeah, so you broke the rules and I can make fun of you for it, but you can't make fun of me for padding because I was also doing a full single target rotation. Just boomkin things.
You're a god.
just boomkin stuff, dude. I'm gonna move this guy over this
Cooper,
way.
I'm gonna need you to stop healing some people in this next pack because I want to get some angered boat up rocks. That'd be great. Thanks, buddy.
Let him die.
But yeah, let him die. so I
Let
can-
let me.
No,
die.
don't let him die.
Let me group him and then just let me die.
Are you doing the
Yo,
big
Bob
pull?
incoming.
Yeah, yeah, bop me, dude.
Wait, I'm really slow.
Good.
Don't pull them all yet. I'm really.
Nah, hold on. I'll tell you.
Yo,
what,
that paladin
Chiller.
life, man.
Believe it or not,
know,
that
dude.
happened to
Sucks.
Go.
That happened
Yeah,
to Bussy and
I got
Argus Prague a few
bopped on
times.
Prague. I got bopped on Prague twice. You can pull. Wasn't supposed to be popped.
No. Chill, you're not allowed to hit them till they're on the.
He just told me to pull them.
No, listen.
All right, I got you. Wait.
Big stun, Cooper. Well done.
Yo, got you.
Yeah, you're nuts.
Yo, that Torn
Gotta be-
life, man.
Fuck.
Dude, BFA, I'm swapping back to Torn.
Yeah, dude.
Anybody else?
No.
Alright, can we just do the rest of this room? I'll kick this
Uh,
guy first.
Yes. I'm coming.
Nope. Don't let him in there. Don't let him in there.
I don't want to use my pony actually because I might need it for the boss. Are we gonna 3-chest this? No.
-1 chest.
Negative.
chest. We're
Negative.
depleting.
-1.
I don't have any cooldowns for this this boy.
Don't worry, I do. Blue Eye, White Dragon.
Blue Eye, White Dragon.
Pulling it.
Dude, I don't. I know you're not really a big basketball guy, Busty, but there was some
Kidding me?
funny fucking memes with like DeMarcus Cousins joining the Warriors, and it was like they were
no.
like photoshopping the Warriors over like into Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh,
And
nice.
he's saying like I like summoning Exodia because they got DeMarcus Cousins.
I'm gonna ask a question.
Was he
Please
the
don't
head of
yell at me.
Exodia?
What's Exodia?
Oh my god.
Blue Eyes White
Oh.
Dragon's big
I get some
brother.
F's in chat for Busters here.
Yeah, I'm retarded.
Someone help this. You guys, Jesus.
Oh, was that not? I'm
There's
sorry.
people in chat now.
Big
Oh,
sorry.
yeah, can I
I
curse
am
or
not
no?
smart.
Yeah, you can
Like,
curse.
Okay. alright.
Yeah, you can. Oh,
Just
cursing's
regular
fine.
Twitch TOS stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
We're cool.
It's a big part of my vocabulary.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Oh yeah,
respect
me too.
that.
I respect that too, dude.
Uh,
Uh-oh.
It's the one behind me is good. Oh, you're a demon hunter. I
Rock.
forgot.
Rocks.
I just wanted
the
you guys.
rock's always good.
Just wanted you guys to know I'm not coming back there at all to do ads.
That's fine. Don't worry about it. That just
Cool.
helps me.
Partially because I only have one pony on right now, and partially because I'm kind of lazy. Cooper, I'm gonna stand in this. I believe in you.
Oh god.
I bubbled.
Worried about it.
Big F's in chat.
Big F's in chat for Busters, dude.
What's,
I'm really sorry, guys. I don't know why my internet was just or my stream got so delayed.
Alright. I just got a whisper that said Exodia is God in all caps, so I'm gonna go with that.
Is there any insight as to who this whisper came
Yeah,
from?
who was it?
His name rhymes with Bamalario.
It's
Okay.
His name's Sam.
It's our boy Sam.
Bomalaria.
I don't give a fuck about it.
I'm gonna check.
Dude, I actually had Exodia back in the day, like the full thing. And I tried to use it once, and it like I don't know, like we didn't know what the fuck we were doing. We were just like putting
I
cards
know.
down. But I tried to use it once, and I was actually cheating just so I could get the card. Like I was like peeking at my deck, like am I gonna draw it? And I like move the card if I didn't. I was a little shit, dude.
Now I'm
Sean,
getting-
thanks for the follow. Thanks for the. I should be on push to talk now. Sorry, guys, but yeah.
Watch the rocks, boys. Oh no.
I suck.
Those are raging rocks, dude.
Yeah, the rocks are really angry.
Very mad.
So Croc is telling me that the stream is better now, so it literally must be that we had such a big fucking video call, and that's what it was. So I went
be.
back to the other.
You were like
Probably.
still flying in when we were pulling the first boss.
Oh yeah,
basically.
no. I just refreshed and it's like just like 3 seconds behind. I think that's what it was though with all the bandwidth. It was
Yeah,
just,
dude,
like,
it must
freezing
have
and
been
then it
that.
would fall behind.
Big stun.
Big plays, big.
Yo,
game.
remember we were actually kind of close to timing at 24 here, and then our healer stood in 3 big swirlies of death on the boss, and we went over by 45 minutes.
Wait, wait, what? I don't remember that.
You weren't in this. It was terrible, though.
Oh, who was healing?
I don't want to be toxic.
All right,
But it was bad.
His name boosted. 2?
No, I would say it.
Was it boosted?
If it was boosted, I'd be like it was him.
I
But
don't think it was boosted.
can you pull? Actually, no, it won't work. I can't cheese Cepheus here.
Yeah, you can.
You can
No, I
dodge
can't because
the big man.
no, because I don't have I have
I'm
repentance on.
sorry, Capped.
Let's go.
Alright, pulling in 3, 2, 1. Purple.
Okay,
Stack.
stack in. We're gonna bait this.
I'm bringing it to him.
Okay. Alright, so this is gonna insta pop on the. Look at that.
Why isn't that working? Oh my god. I'm just gonna hope it doesn't hit me, guys.
Sometimes that's what you gotta do, dude. Just gotta hope.
Please choose someone else.
Those openers, boys, well done. That's all I'm gonna say.
Thank you, mate.
I'm gonna try to bait this one. Hopefully it goes on me for Krungey. So I'm gonna go over here.
I would just move the boss to wherever.
Yeah, I mean it's close enough, but if I can get it right on.
Yo, feel free to die, anyone.
Alright, hang on.
Just joking.
You want me to die?
Oh, I got you. I got you.
I'm just
We have
kidding.
two B-reses.
Don't die.
Bopping
Don't die.
tank.
Don't die. It's fine.
Alright, bop me.
I'm saying.
Please bop me. That's what I want. Alright, come here, Mr. Dargle. It's not where I want you to go.
Mr. Darguel.
I'm eating this.
Can I hit this still? Oh, why am I'm getting hit?
Might not be able
No,
to
I
use
can't
it.
hit it.
It's a little far away. Alright, big man's about to pop.
Whoa.
Die before then. No, it'll pop, but. Oh, is he gonna do it? Is he gonna do it? What a god.
What a
See how the boss
god.
just died.
Easy.
What a god. Alright. What are we getting here? Big Titan
Oh,
Forge?
shit.
Streamer
I
loot?
just realized we don't have any gear for our homie.
Fuck him. I'm just kidding.
Come on,
I'm
bro.
just joking.
Yo, you got a neck for him.
I got a
No,
neck,
this
dude.
upgrade though.
You want this neck, chap? Here you go.
Yeah, it is an upgrade.
Is the neck an upgrade?
He's got a 935 on.
Come here, dude. Don't run away from me. There you go. It was actually lagging, but it's fine now. Thanks, Cupid. That's great. Great to hear. Rip boosted. Be toxic. Okay, guys. Well, hey. I'm going to end the stream. I want to get something to eat. I'm a little bit hungry. And I'm going to... My eyes are puffy from crying in Jurassic Park, so I'm gonna end the stream. Big thanks to Busty for tanking, Cooper for joining the podcast, Chili as always. It's a pleasure, man. Thanks to everyone who joined. I know like a bunch of you guys left after the podcast was done, but thanks for watching. It'll be back next week on Chili's channel. I'm gonna put my BNet one more time in the chat. You guys feel free to if you want. Please feel free to add me. Suggestions about the show, any comments, questions, whatever. Just want to play with us, that's fine too. Thanks for watching, everyone, and we'll talk to you guys later.
All right. Have a good night, boys. Thanks for having me
You
on.
too, man. Yeah, thanks for coming, buddy.